Let's try doing this. Let's take you off. And you there. And they, of course, will need another decoupler.
All right, that's good enough.
That did not give me. That did not give me the desired effect.
All right, let's get rid of this.
All right, there we go. That's
-5.
as Richard Jed is still my pilot here.
I think that's about as close as we're gonna get.
Yeah,
All right.
all right, Jed. Let's try out the NEL Mark 200. It's a much taller rocket. Got the excitement of a solid rocket booster at the bottom here. I really don't want to revert. I should.
Why? What'd you forget?
I didn't forget anything. My fins were like off angle.
I don't. With 4 fins, I don't think that matters. But
yeah, but it wasn't like they weren't lined up with the with like the 4 directions of movement. They weren't lined up. They were lined up. Northeast, southwest, and so on.
yeah, I still don't think that actually matters. But
it probably wouldn't have, but knowing my luck, it would have somehow. Actually looks pretty cool with the shadow there. Anyways, let's launch our rocket. All right, Jeb. Hold on to your butts.
all right, I'm gonna start my burn now. I think.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to take into account the fact that your thrust to weight ratio goes down when you're on the launch pad. Oh well. We got ourselves up going pretty good here.
Yeah, I think the thing is like there's atmosphere settings in there, and if you don't set them up so that it's showing you what your thrust to weight ratio is at like sea level,
yeah,
it doesn't really work properly. Okay, there's that. It's pretty damn close. I'm gonna maneuver away the heck out here.
It's solid. It got me up kind of high. That solid rocket booster didn't do me very much help, but... What's our thrust to weight ratio here? I should slow down a scotch a little bit here. Oh, we're not that bad. Hey, apparently I'm missing a part. Let's do a little bit better job of paying attention to things here.
You missing a part shouldn't really affect anything, at least for our current progress.
No.
Just as long as you don't like try to board one of my ships that has that missing part on it.
Yeah, it's that satellite you have in orbit.
No, it's the one. It's the ship I'm currently flying because it's the radiator part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can board the one in orbit. The one in orbit just has like vanilla parts on it.
Okay.
The one I'm flying now has a radiator because I felt like it. I don't even think it was necessary. Woof, woof. Your dog is so angry.
He's not angry. He's actually really not being angry right now. He's just, sees movement. Someone else is probably walking their dog down the sidewalk, and the other dogs don't realize it's his sidewalk or something. I don't know. Yeah, I know. What are you even looking at? Like, he will, I got, neighbors kind of, diagonally across the street, and he will bark when they open their garage door.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. And the worst is I have a neighbor. Last winter, I actually saw him doing this a lot more, and I was getting pissed. But he will just let his dog roam the neighborhood, and so it freaks my dog and every other dog on the neighborhood out. There's a random dog running around. Oh my god! And, it's a dog a little bit smaller than mine, but it's last winter, so the winter of 2014. I saw this dog outside, in the cold, wandering around. I'm like, if I see you out here anymore, you're coming in with me. But
unfortunately, as much as you want to do that sometimes,
yes,
it is incredibly illegal.
Yeah, it is.
Because my parents' neighbor kind of treats their dog kind of shittily. They have one of those invisible fences or whatever.
Okay.
And they just leave the dog outside a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think mostly because it's the kids' dogs and the parent dog, and the parents didn't really want the dog, but they got the dog for the kids anyways. And it's just I don't know. They leave it out there for hours, and the dog always looks so sad, and they do it in the wintertime too, and it's just
I got other neighbors that are kind of like that. They have a fenced-in area, and they kind of leave their dog out.
It's not even a fenced-in area, though. It's it's not real fencing. It's the invisible fenced shit.
Mm-hmm.
The shock collar, basically.
Yeah. All right, Jeb.
But this
Or in
guy's
orbit.
this guy's kind of an asshole anyways.
Mm.
And it's such a weird thing about how much of a jerk he is. Because he's a freaking minister at the church in town.
What? A minister being, what's the phrase? God. You know.
Like, my parents were trying to, they were trying to cut down a tree in the backyard. And it's in kind of a tough spot, and the tree people were like, well, we're going to have to bring in a truck with like a bucket truck to cut down the tree. And my parents want to cut down the tree because it's big, and it's got branches on their garage roof. It's got branches on the neighbor's roof. It's just out of hand. And the neighbor was like, well, you can't drive over our yard. Even though it's going to remove the branches that are on our roof, you can't do that. You're going to ruin the yard. It's just like, and then this is the same guy who, when they had their tree trimmed, he had what did they do? I think he told them to cut some of the branches off of my parents' tree that were hanging over his yard, and it's just like, ask. What the fuck are you doing? I really like, the guy is such a jerk. I don't understand. Okay, let's continue. Oh, I think I have to stage. I do have to stage.
Do we not have Kerbal alarm clock? Or did we leave that out? Can I not warp to maneuver node? Or do we not like have that unlocked?
I thought we had Kerbal.
Oh wait, hold on. Warp to next maneuver.
Maybe we don't have Kerbal alarm clock? I don't actually know. Or I shouldn't say no. I don't actually remember.
Let's see what.
Where did you see warp to next maneuver?
If you right-click on your periapsis or your apoapsis, it'll say warp to next maneuver. And I think, yeah, no, it's stopping me in front of my maneuver node, sort of, here. So there we go.
I know in the base game, you have to have the ability to warp to maneuver nodes unlocked. So I'm wondering, maybe Kerbal alarm clock is locked behind that.
To be honest, I don't even see like the icon for Kerbal alarm clock in the upper corner.
I don't see that either. Yeah, so maybe I forgot to install it.
That's possible. So what I've done here is I've picked a point exactly opposite from the beginning of the Kerbin Deserts here. And I kind of planted my periapsis there. And so at this maneuver node here, as my craft drifts, because I turned off my SAS here, we're going to just blast ourselves down here. Drop our periapsis into the atmosphere just ahead of the deserts, and hopefully between litho braking and everything else, we will get and I actually do have a decent amount of fuel that I could actually either burn retrograde or prograde to get myself on the deserts more here. And hopefully I won't land upside down, so I'll be able to do a EVA or something like that.
Okay. Now I need to get up to our apoapsis.
So yeah, we'll just full We'll just full on time warp here until we hit the atmosphere. There we go. As we slowly impact each individually simulated atmospheric particle that slowly slows down our craft. Watch our periapsis fall. Apparently I got a big view of Tylo and Lathe. Oh, that must be... Tylo, Lathe, Val. Anyways. Let's see, with SAS off, let's get ourselves a little bit more retrograde here.
Stop. God damn it.
My current altitude, 66,000 meters. All right, we're hitting harder atmosphere a little bit. What's our sync rate here? Our sync rate is increasing. Right now we're at minus 55 meters per second.
Oh.
Come on. What do we got going here?